All right, guys, so welcome back here to topic number 2 of this season 1, episode 11 of the CREW After Hours. Yeah. So here we have my boy GB in the house. What up, GB?
What's up, everybody?
All right, and we have our special host today. We got O.M.B in the house. What up, brother?
What's going on? What's going on, man? What's happening?
Pretty good, man. So this topic 2 here is going to be a round table. That's right. Anything goes. Spin the table around and you don't know where it's going to end up. So I'm going to go ahead and start off with mentioning, I got a few things to mention. So first, I'm going to talk about Sliders, the TV show.
Oh yeah.
Any of you guys watch Sliders?
Yeah, I watched it.
Okay. So O.M.B, you never watched it? Did you ever hear of the show?
No, honestly, I haven't.
Wow. All right. So GB knows about Sliders. You need to look this up. And for those watching, if you haven't heard of this show, it's called Sliders. Came out in the mid '90s. It was 5 seasons. And I actually bought the DVD, the DVD special with all 5 seasons. I bought it sometime last year. And you know how sometimes you buy DVDs and you kind of have them laying around and I'll get to it, but you never get to it because you never really think about getting to it. But anyway, I've been getting to it slowly, like watching, the seasons, season by season. But these last 2 weeks, I actually buckled down and I said, you know what? I watched season 1. But last week I went ahead and just buckled down and like when I get home from work, I just throw it on and like watch one season, maybe two. I mean, one episode, maybe 2 episodes. So I've been watching quite a few of it, and I mean back in the '90s when it came out, I would catch it once in a while, but I wasn't that fan that watched it every single week when it came out. So yeah, there was plenty of episodes that I never got to watch. So I've been watching. I'm up to season 3, and I'm halfway through season 3, and man, it's freaking great. So just to give you a little bit about what the show is about, and it might intrigue you enough to actually look it up. So Sliders is about this young kid, Mallory. He invents a gizmo that opens up dimensions, but alternate dimensions. So he actually finds out how to open one, and there's 3 other people that get involved in that. And what they call, when they go from one alternate world to another alternate world, they call it sliding. So they might end up in a world where it's the same time, the same date, but maybe the Russians took over the United States. Or maybe they slide into a world where women are dominant and they're the ones, doing that harassing that, that men usually, have done because they're the dominant, they usually try to dominate things. So the dominant.
Sign me up for that one, bro.
Huh?
Sign me up for that one.
Oh my God.
My self-esteem so up high.
Yeah. There's another world where one of the guys, he's like the Elvis Presley of that world. So it's like, like little things could happen in different alternate universes.
Now, I can barely remember some of the people. I remember 2. I remember there's a professor. I know there's a girl there, of course.
Yeah, the professor.
A guy who's a singer.
Yeah,
right?
Brown, Mr. Brown.
Yeah, it's Brown. Yeah, and I remember one episode where he was like he was popular.
Yeah, he was like Elvis Presley.
Like that. Yeah. So I remember that one. That's the only thing I can really remember. I don't remember the rest. But I mean, I think I seen maybe the first season, part of it and stuff. My brother used to watch it all the time. He loved sci-fi stuff.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, yeah. So he was so into all that stuff, and I'd watch it once in a while with him and things like that. So I don't know. So that's how come I remember it. How come I know about it? And I wonder if the graphics still hold up. I mean, the way
the DVD looks pretty good. Of course, it's not Blu-ray, and I've looked up the Blu-ray because I would buy the Blu-ray. But that one, I guess the recordings of it, it
Special
didn't, it
effects.
never went to that kind of Blu-ray type of
They never,
quality.
yeah, they never digitally remastered it or anything like that. But I was saying
Yeah.
like the special effects, like they hold up and stuff. I know it's a
Oh, the special
story hard
effects,
to.
they look all right. Cause there's one episode where they have dinosaurs, and
Yeah, I
yeah,
remember that one.
Tyrannosaurus Rex. I mean, maybe in the '90s it looked okay to us,
Hmm.
but we're spoiled now 20 years later of technology, and it looks. But anyway, I don't care about that, man. I don't get too nitty gritty of it. I just enjoy it for what it is. But yeah, man. So I've been watching, and I'm up to episode season 3, and it's pretty cool show. So if you've never seen it before or never heard of it, look it up, man. Look it up. It's pretty cool.
Okay.
So the next thing I wanted to bring up, unless you guys have something you want to bring up, I got a
No,
few other
no.
things. All right.
I'm
So
Yeah, no,
last
actually,
week,
hold on.
yeah.
I actually found out. I thought I saw. Uh, I thought I caught myself up with the Castlevania shows on Netflix, and I found out I still haven't seen season 3, and season 4 just came out, so I had to catch up on that. And then I just found I know a lot of people talk about this show, but I just saw part of the first episode because I was watching it during lunch, and it was funny. It's Up Shit's Creek.
Ah,
Yeah,
what
it's
the
funny.
movie?
No,
No, no,
the
no
show,
shit.
yeah.
Yeah, the show. It's a show. Is it Shit's Creek or something like that?
Schitt's
Yeah,
Creek,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
SCHITT.
yeah,
Yeah, it's with Catherine O'Hara, who was the mom from Home Alone, and
yeah,
Eugene Levy,
yeah.
that was in American Pie.
And his son is
Yeah.
hilarious, bro. The reason
Yeah.
I thought I found out about it mostly just like to check it out. His son was on Saturday Night Live and he was hilarious. He was freaking funny. So I said, yeah, I gotta check it out. And he's good in it too. And it's not like one of those shows that, oh, I'm trying to do something. No, something's happening. Here are the characters. Here they are. Here's the situation, and they go in it like nothing. They're not like trying hard to do something. Like a couple of new Netflix shows that just started. They're just trying already, trying to be funny. Just you gotta let it flow. It happens. Let it happen.
Yeah,
And I
if it
feel like
happens, it
some of the
happens.
shows, like even the one with Jamie Foxx and
Co-
what's her name? Funny comedian. She's Wanda Sykes. She's on another show with Mike Epps. I forget the name of the show. The shows are a little corny, especially with Jamie Foxx's. It feels a little Nickelodeonish, I want to say.
Ah,
Seems like the people who grew up watching Nickelodeon think the show should be like this. But, you got funny people and it's just like kind of corny jokes. And I even though it's a tiny bit corny, I do like Mr. Iglesias on Netflix because it's pretty funny. It's pretty good. So they have like one or two characters come in, then it's like, what the heck is going on? And I remember, and I don't want to go off topic, but I remember also watching uh, Mr. Robinson, Craig Robinson, because I love that guy. He's funny. That was very Nickelodeon. They had that one crazy teacher. Oh, I'm gonna hit a what do you call it? Basketball with a pair of scissors. Oh my god, doing this, and I'm like, what the heck is going on? And I only saw 2 episodes, and I just stopped. I was like, no, man, this is not funny whatsoever. It was like they didn't even try. They didn't even try. And he's a good guy. And he had a show that was similar to like Ghostbusters called Ghosts or something like that. And him and the other guy would go in and check out supernatural occurrences, like as a job. They got put into it, and it was all right. It was all right. They you canceled that one, so hope he gets to do something else in the future because he's my favorite guy out of the whole Apatow gang. Yeah.
cool. Well, before I forget, I want to show off the shirt I have here. So if you guys see it, we got it's a Joker shirt
With
with
the
a
queen.
very beautiful princess
That's the queen.
and a
Queen of
and
Hearts,
a
man.
huh?
The queen, maybe the Queen of Hearts. She's the queen.
Oh, could be, yeah,
Trading
yeah.
cards, yeah.
So this was a gift from my sister for my birthday. So very cool shirt. Actually, this is the first time I'm wearing it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, man. So this is nice. All right. So next thing I wanted to share with you guys is, well, last week I went to Chinese buffet, and the movie that I picked for to watch, I said, you know what? Let me watch something different. And we were in previous episodes we were talking about Spider-Man. So I actually went ahead and watched the original Spider-Man 1.
Hmm.
So it was. I haven't seen it in a long time.
Mhm.
Um, but I'll tell you this. You know what? You watch this Spider-Man 1. Tobey Maguire. Maguire is it? Maguire.
Yeah.
Tobey
Yeah.
Maguire.
And it freaking holds up, man. It is fun to watch. So you can have all your Avengers special effects of the 2020 and all that, but what they did back then, it was very entertaining.
Mhm.
And he
I would.
and I expressed to you guys, I hated the dumb webbing coming out
Yeah.
the
Organic.
wrist, because
Yeah.
that's bull crap.
They had to change it up. People always change stuff up.
Yeah, but still, I mean, I'm a diehard, so that kind of
Yeah.
irked me.
He
But
was a
other
good
than
Peter
that,
Parker in the beginning.
yeah.
He was a good Peter Parker.
But other than that, you know what? J. Jonah Jameson, Mary
That's the best
Jane, I
one.
mean, Green Goblin, the Osborns. Man, I had a lot of fun watching it, man. So if you guys haven't seen Spider-Man 1 ever, or if you haven't seen it in a long time, revisit it. And
I
just,
would.
Yeah.
I I would say that movie and X-Men are probably responsible, in my opinion, for reviving the superhero genre.
Not just
Because
reviving it, they just showed you here's how we can do it without having
yeah,
cards and all that stuff,
because
and
if you
having
remember,
the
yeah,
muscle fabric to show the shape and
right,
everything.
because if you remember in the 90s they had some like they had like the movie The Shadow, if I remember right. They
Yeah,
had
Rocketeer,
Rocketeer,
Phantom.
Phantom, and they were trying, but like they were missing the mark like
Oh yeah,
bad.
and with Punisher they had
Oh
Dolph
yeah,
Lundgren. It wasn't even like anything like the comic or the character
yeah,
at all, And when they tried to do TV
they
movies,
tried.
they look like jokes.
I'm the,
And they even had a X-Men show in the '90s. Called it was based
X Men.
on
Uh huh.
it was what is it?
X Men
X
Evolution.
Next Generation. No,
X Men Evolution, I think it was
Generation.
called.
No, it was live action.
Oh,
Generation. It was like
oh, okay,
one
okay, okay.
little movie they did for TV, and the characters were not impressive at all.
Yeah.
You could tell that they just said, "Hey, just write it." They were just trying to say, "Oh yeah, we got an X-Men little movie we can do."
Yeah.
It wasn't good.
but you know
Uh,
what? Let me go a little farther back, because even though the special effects and things like that, really didn't start really like kicking in until like Spider-Man 1 and beyond, but
mhm.
we were entertained with the Incredible Hulk TV show. It was
Yeah,
entertaining, and there was hardly any
Wonder
special
Woman.
effects. It had to be, the Hulk himself,
Yeah,
and then of course the
but
Superman
they did it
movies.
right.
The
Yeah,
Superman movies were kick-ass. With the
yeah,
technology they had then, they suspended our belief that we were there. So
Yeah.
so there were a few good hits. There were
yeah.
definitely some misses.
Right.
But
So I mean, I would definitely say like the reason in part why Superman was so successful, not only because of the series, but because of Christopher Reeve.
Yes,
Like
Christopher Reeve, yes.
Christopher Reeve was beloved,
He was
beloved.
Superman.
love man.
He
Yeah,
was Superman, and he embodied Superman. Like
yeah.
that guy was as righteous as you can be, like as pure as pure can be, like pure 100% cocaine, and
You said
like and
100% cocaine?
yeah,
Yeah.
like
What
it's
the
as
hell? How
pure.
the hell is that a metaphor for
It's
Superman?
oh, like I
How
said,
sweet,
pure.
how pure he was.
Oh,
Exact,
purity.
the
Wow.
purity.
You're really
Exactly.
reaching for purity.
Well,
Okay.
it was something for the South Floridians.
Okay.
Um,
Okay. Okay.
but no, I know,
Okay.
and also,
Okay.
he he definitely brought superhero movies to the map, and I would say when he stopped being Superman, the unfortunate tragedy that happened to him, like superhero movies went down, like they went downhill for a good minute. Up
Yeah.
until, I would say, until X-Men in 2000 and Spider-Man in 2003, uh, where you had you had the right people pop up. You had Tobey Maguire as Spider-Man, which I still think he was the best Spider-Man of all of them.
He was great. To my for some reason my favorite, even though it's not like a regular, Peter Parker Spider Man. I actually like Tom Holland. I like the way he acts and everything like that.
To be completely honest with you, I have not seen the ones with Andrew Garfield or Tom
Mhm.
Holland. I haven't seen them.
Oh, you
I
haven't? You gotta check
I
them out.
haven't.
Oh
I mean,
wow.
Yeah,
the
I
Garfield
haven't.
one is all right. Tom Holland ones is cool. You gotta see it as this is what Marvel is able to do because Sony owned the rights to Spider Man. But he does a good job. He's a very likable character, and his friends and everything. It's
Yeah,
great.
yeah, he's done well.
Yeah,
I'll
he's done well, and the way he moves around, the way he acts, it's great. Now with Garfield, they actually gave him Spider Man's wit, his little one liners and stuff like that. But with the part two, it was like, not really too much with the blue Electro. Come on. Now I will say this: for the first Spider-Man movie that ever came out, the cool thing about it, that they did great was how first off, like I mentioned, the muscle fiber suit where it has the little fibers and stuff, so the light comes in, so it doesn't look like he's wearing pajamas. He actually looks like he has muscles. He has
yeah.
this 3D on the outside was kind of cool. The other thing was using CG and not just seeing Spider-Man swing, but following him as he goes, like a little ride. You're like, whoa, look at
That
that.
was huge.
That was awesome. You
That was
know?
like a comic book come to life.
Yeah. Now the one thing they missed the mark on was with Green Goblin. You see, they have the perfect Green Goblin. The problem is they put a mask over his face instead of actually make him look like that because he just has a smile and has that face. I mean, he can even be the Joker. I've seen people do like the what's it called the face thing, whatever it's called. I forget the name of it now. And they put him like the Joker, and oh my God, he would look awesome as a Joker. He would be awesome as a Joker.
You talk
But
about Willem Dafoe?
Willem Dafoe, yeah,
Yeah, it's
he
true. And when I was watching it last week, I looked at him, and the only thing they had was the eyes. The eyes, the there was like a guard that would pop up, and then you would like see his eyes. But yeah, that was a miss. I wish they could have done that better. And again, I'm talking to you as a comic book fan that saw and read the original comic books where the Green Goblin, he had a mask, but he would make expressions, as the Green Goblin. He did, yeah. In the movie, he just had this big helmet on
Mhm.
with a scary looking face.
Yeah. Now
So
I will say this for O.M.B. Watch Spider-Man, the newer ones with Tom Holland, because
yeah.
supposedly later this year, if rumors are true, it's gonna have all three Spider-Man together.
Oh
Yeah,
yes.
it's a whole thing because what's his name? The guy who played Doc Ock. He's playing his Doc Ock from the Raimi universe, and he actually said, "Yeah, I'm in the movie playing as Doc Ock. I'm not gonna. I don't care. I'm gonna say it." And then we hear that Jamie Foxx is coming back as Electro, but not the blue Electro, like a different Electro, but he's Electro. And things
Damn.
like that. But it's cool the way they throw little Easter eggs and stuff. Because Marvel likes to do it, like in the end of part one, when you see a credit cookie, with when Vulture's in there, he sees this guy talking. He wants to know who Peter Parker is, and he has a scorpion on his neck. A scorpion. It's that
Yeah.
guy who has his yellow jacket with this the thing, and he's Shocker. So they're throwing little things here and there to try to put together a group or whatever.
Nice, nice.
But it's good because Marvel does a great job with the stories and everything.
So once they put that group together, that's the Sinister Six.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And that was a group from the actual Spider-Man comic book of super villains that individually they always got beaten by Spider-Man, but then of course they decided a few times because there were a few versions of it to get together, and they would call themselves the Sinister Six, and they would go after Spider-Man in a full force of six of them instead of one.
Yeah.
So that was pretty
Now,
cool.
now I will say this: you gotta watch the credit cookies; they're funny, and at the same time, I don't want to spoil anything, but just watch it at the end. It's great. There's a cameo with somebody. That's how this kind of people are saying how it started. And what was I gonna say? Mysterio's in it in part two. 20 minutes already. Wow. And
All right, 20.
yeah, I just lost train of thought. My train of thought.
Oh,
Yeah, just watch it. They're awesome characters, and I think they're gonna try to do the same. Oh, I remember the Morbius trailer.
Mm.
They show that
that looked good.
you have a picture of Spider-Man, but Raimi Spider-Man with the thing saying murderer, kind of like what happened with part two. And people are like, "What?" Because what happens in Morbius is the Vulture's talking to him. You're like, "Wait, what's going on here? This is Sony's thing. What's Marvel's character doing here?" So we don't know what's gonna happen. We don't know if there's a merging of worlds going on. So let's
Gotcha.
find out, man. That's crazy.
All
They're doing a
right.
good job, and I don't care what anybody says. I did like the Venom movie. It was fun to watch, and part two looks crazy.
All right, so I'm gonna jump to the next thing that actually I watched it today. This is a movie that I've seen the title throughout, like in the last whatever 5-10 years. Uh, but I never clicked on it to watch it. But I said, you know what the heck? This one is called Iron Sky. Did anybody see that movie, Iron Sky?
Is that the one with Tom Cruise?
No.
No, wait,
So
no, I don't
okay,
have
so
it.
this one, it's one of those B type movies. Okay, so basically, here's a storyline. During World War II, when the Nazis were about to be obliterated, a group of Nazis that were like the high tech ones that were scientific, working on big things, like spaceships and stuff like that. They all left and they went to the dark side of the moon.
Mm.
So from 1946, they went ahead and set camp there, and they created a base and all of this. So this movie is showing us 2018, and it shows us how the Nazis have developed the dark side of the moon with their base, their technologies. They have ships, they have armaments, they have soldiers. It's a whole bunch of crazy stuff. So it's like a B movie. It's not an A movie with Tom Cruise or something. But I gave it a chance, and I would say overall it was kind of entertaining. At the end of the day, they wanted to take over Earth. So, but they had some kick-ass space. Well, they look like spaceships, but they had some really kick-ass technologies
Mhm.
that that actually I've seen again YouTube videos that show that the Nazis were working on a lot of advanced aircraft.
Mhm.
Yeah, so this was pretty cool. So if you've never seen Iron Sky, I would say don't have too much expectations, but give it a go. All right, and I saw
Mhm.
this on I think it was Amazon Prime. So you
Mhm.
should be able to find it on Amazon Prime if you have that.
Yeah. Now
Okay.
I will say something about that movie.
Oh, you saw it?
No. The UFO community believes that there was a UFO that crash landed where the Nazis found it, and they actually re-engineered the technology, and they were the first ones to actually go in the moon. And there's a base there. It looked like a swastika. So when the other governments took over and went over there, they changed it up because people were feeling offended by it. So they did that, and supposedly that's why one of the reasons why we never see the back of the moon, because there is a
That's
base there.
that's exactly the movie. When we see,
That they're taking it from real life or whatever people are saying. So
yeah, when we see the
Wow.
base that they have on the dark side of the moon, it's a huge constructed building in the shape of a swastika.
mhm.
So,
They took it
but
from
yeah,
some
I mean
caves, and people are saying.
I mean it's so the movie itself is far fetched, but it was entertaining. I'll give it a 3 out of 5.
Mhm.
All right, so we're winding down here, but let me see. I mean, I'll share with you guys, some of the things that I've been watching because, when I drive to work, I usually put on like a YouTube video, and of course I'm driving, so I'm
Yeah.
listening. So I put on different things, whatever tickles my fancy. So, did any of you guys watch the Conor McGregor and Floyd Mayweather fight?
I saw it.
Uh,
All right. Well, the fight was entertaining, but the press conferences that they did, and they did a worldwide press conference. Oh my God! I mean, these guys are very entertaining. So no wonder this was like a $1 billion plus
Yeah.
revenue for this particular fight. So I mean, Conor McGregor, man, he just talks right off the cuff. He's not even thinking about what he's saying. He just says it, and that was very entertaining. So, if you guys really want to see a great boxing match, because Floyd Mayweather, one of the best boxers of all time, with a 50-0 record. And that is not something that is duplicated that easily. So 50 wins with 0 losses.
He's the only
Uh,
one. He's the
huh?
only one. He's the only one.
Yeah. So
Wow.
so he definitely has a lot of kudos, and he fought Conor McGregor, which is considered one of the best MMA fighters from the UFC. Even though he has I think he has a loss or maybe two, but I mean he's one of the biggest names in UFC. So if he shows up to a fight, that's big time.
yeah, I
So
bet
that
you
was
it's kind of
very
hard.
interesting.
I bet it's kind of hard. He had to like retrain himself to be able to just box instead of use all his other ability, his other skills and stuff. Because
Oh, so GB,
if I were to box,
so you
because
know a little bit about it.
yeah, well, I don't know. I'm just saying it must be hard because if I were to do it, it'll be hard because there's some things I would probably do since I used to do some martial arts where when
Oh
somebody throw
yeah,
a punch, I can't push it out the way and do that. I gotta block and punch and move and feint. I
exactly.
can't just push it out of the way and just start attacking. So, you have to train himself like mentally to just do it this way.
Well,
When somebody goes, "Oh, let's do Taekwondo," and now I gotta take off all the stuff that I learned with just a little bit of kickboxing and Jeet Kune Do, and then just do these few moves and stuff like that, and it takes away my arsenal. It limits me. So for him to do that with boxing,
excuse me.
that's tough, man. That's
Well,
tough.
So,
thank you. Well, Floyd Mayweather is about to fight again with is it Logan Paul or Jake Paul is his name,
Yeah.
and it's actually
yeah,
happening in the at the Hard Rock.
yeah, Logan Paul, man.
Mm.
So I mean, yeah, that's gonna be kind of crazy. I mean, Logan Paul is taller, he's younger, maybe a little stronger, but you're talking about Floyd Mayweather,
Who has
Mayweather.
experience?
who his defense and offense has brought him in a 21-year career to have a 50-0 record. I mean, it's gonna be entertaining. But
That's what I'm saying.
yeah, I mean, Floyd
Logan Paul.
Mayweather, with his experience and his regimen of training and all of that. I mean, I'm gonna go with Mayweather. I
Me
know
too.
Logan Paul is gonna try to swing, crazy like a mofo to
Yeah.
try to do a knockout. That's as probably as much as he can do. But Mayweather, come on, you're talking about a pro at his top game.
I only have two knocks against Mayweather. Number one is that I feel like he fought Canelo Alvarez too early, like it's Canelo Alvarez too early in his career, and I feel like he fought Manny Pacquiao too late in his career. I feel like he ducked Pacquiao for as long as he could until finally, like, it got to a point where he was like, okay, I gotta fight this guy, and Pacquiao was past his prime.
Yeah.
I feel like if had he fought Manny Pacquiao when he was supposed to back in like maybe 2010, 2011, I think the story might have been a little different.
Maybe,
And
but
yeah, I
I would say this. Maybe he waited till Pacquiao was popular enough so that way they could have a bigger pay out of the fight.
Pacquiao was way too popular at the time when
Yeah,
when
so
in his prime. In his
put
prime,
them
he
together
was,
with him.
yeah,
What about it?
yeah.
Like let's say if Logan Paul even loses to I'm sorry, if Logan Paul wins, I'm gonna say it was rigged. But let's say Logan Paul goes with Pacquiao. Pacquiao is very popular right now. He's trying to do it because Logan Paul is kind of like the way I see him. He's kind of like a businessman. He's trying to be relevant in order to do
Of
stuff
course.
to make money and do all this stuff. So a lot of the stuff he does, I don't believe too much. Even though I see him,
Yeah.
he was training and stuff in a video that somebody was talking about. I don't know if a lot of it is supposed to be like, yo, for real, let's do it and let's see who wins, type of stuff.
All
I think it.
right.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I had a few other things that I've been checking out. So I'll just mention this real quick, and then we're gonna go ahead and end this topic. For Matrix 4, you guys know is coming out at the end of December on HBO Max. I found a great YouTube site called Matrix Explained. So if you really want to know and really want to hear about the latest and also interpretations of certain things that have come out from the Matrix, go to this YouTube page. It's called Matrix Explained. Another interesting video that I came across was called Justice League Mortal. Now, we know the Justice League that came out just recently, but this was a concept that was being worked on even like about 10, 15 years ago. And they were trying to put together a Justice League movie. But, things happen and, they don't have right characters and the money and all that. And it never came out. But if you want to see a very interesting look at what the concept was for this original Justice League movie, just type in YouTube. Just type in Justice League Mortal, and it's a nice little like mini documentary, showing what it could have been at that time.
And right now they're
And
doing Injustice from the video games. They're doing a movie and the new Batman movie that's coming out next month, Batman Halloween, whatever. They're gonna have a teaser of it, so that's gonna be cool.
oh heck yeah! All right. So at this point, we're gonna go ahead and do our shout outs. So I'll go ahead and start off a few things that I want to share. Yes, actually, this morning, as a lot of you guys know, I've been doing fasting, and today I finished a 105-hour fast. So this is like my fourth fasting that I've done that's been over 100 hours, and I hit a new low today of 203 pounds.
Nice.
So from my super high of last year of 275, I have come down, a few pounds every month here and there. So I reached 203 pounds. Now my last goal, which is my third goal out of all of this here, is to reach 200 pounds, and I'm really hoping to do that in the next few weeks.
I'm almost there too.
Huh?
Yeah, I'm almost there too, but it's not going down. It's going up.
Okay.
I'm
Well,
trying, yeah.
just stick to it and do what you need to do, man. You just gotta have faith and stick to the plan. Let's see what else. All right. So GB gave us an idea a few weeks ago. So if I don't know if you guys have been watching our YouTube page, but you will usually do 4 videos. One is the pre-show, then topic 1, topic 2, and then the after show. So we've been putting two of the first videos on our Friday edition at 9 p.m. and the last 2 videos, the topic 2 and the after show, in the following Friday at 9 p.m. So check that out and take a look for that so you can watch that and just keep up to us. I want to give a few shout outs here to Soy Fabulous, Xavier, Daniel, Sebastian, Giovanni, Mia, Mama Blanca, La Familia, The Few, T.C.A. crew, friends and co-workers. And remember to subscribe, comment, and click that notification bell here on our YouTube page. Let's see, a few other shout outs to kind of promote, some of the crew here, the CREW Afterhours. So JFEW, we have JFEW. Go to ebay.com and you can find him at the Attic of Lost Treasures and check out some of the stuff that he has. For GB, Facebook.com/Miami GhostBusters. check him out in uniform. He's a sexy guy, and hopefully he's gonna give some more information. As the time goes by on
Yeah,
what's going on with the Miami
when the
Ghostbusters.
movies get closer, we're gonna see what we're gonna be doing. Most likely, we'll be asked again by Ghost Corps to probably get to watch the movie, early, and also help promote it and dress up and go to certain movie theaters that they want us to go to. So that'll be fun.
Awesome. So you definitely gotta take pictures, video, and report to us.
Always.
For JMoody, you can go to Facebook and in your search, just type in Jon Moody fan page so you can see his music videos and the things that he's doing. For Geo Master, go to youtube.com and type in Geo's World. So Geo's soon doing some big things this past month. So be ready to hear some more things as the time goes by. For myself, you can go to Facebook and type in Humphrey Bogy Montoya and check out some of the stuff that I do. And from there, I'm gonna give it to the guys. Any shout outs you guys want to say or hello to anyone out there?
I will
GB?
say this. You also forgot to mention Missy Zone on YouTube.
Okay, so mention it. Let's go. Where is it?
Oh, that's it. I don't know the actual address, but on YouTube, you look for Missy Zone. That's a
Mrs.
picture
Zone.
of the cat. You get to see Missy doing her things.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
I'm,
Bogey was
so,
on one of her episodes. So yeah.
I'm supposed to be a guest soon. We'll see when that happens.
Wow, she
Yeah,
didn't even
she-
talk to me about it. That's great. Yeah.
Huh.
All right, I'm good with that. I'm busy anyway, so don't worry.
All right, Missy, you're listening. I know you are. All right. All right, cool. O.M.B, any shout outs, any hellos to anybody?
Well, no, I mean, I'll say hello to the TGA crew. Miss you guys. Hope you guys are doing well. I saw that JFEW just released a video with GB and Old School Al.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did that last year, actually.
Oh yeah, well, I
Yeah.
definitely miss us doing the gig.
I know.
I can't believe it's been over a year, but
Yeah.
it just kind of the big global bastard kind of messed it up for us. But shout outs to the TGA crew. Uh, sh- shout outs to my friends, my coworkers. Um, that's really it. Yeah, everybody
All right.
else I'm with right now. So
All right, cool. And I just want to mention one more thing. For any wrestling fans out there, if you want to attend and you are here in the Miami area, there is a wrestling event June 12th from Sweetwater Pro Wrestling. And actually, my buddy right here, GB, is going to be joining me. Now, GB, is this the first wrestling event you're going to be witnessing in live?
Yes, an actual wrestling. I mean, I've been to some conventions where they'll have cosplayers do stuff, but I never just sat down. I was going to walk
Yeah.
around, but yeah, this is my first one. I'm really just waiting to see that Japanese buffet that we're gonna go to. That I'm really interested in.
Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, so you know what? So we'll go ahead and mention what the itinerary for the day of that wrestling event is. So we are going to be first meeting up for a Chinese buffet. So this is a Chinese buffet that's about 10 minutes away from the venue that we're going to. So GB, myself, and some of the guys from the Few are going to meet up there. Then about 3:30, we're going to be heading out to the venue, and we're going to be doing what we call the pre-slam, and that is where the rest of the Few crew we get together, and it's kind of like a tailgate party, but we call it the pre-slam. And we might have a few cigars, we might have some bogey juice. We're definitely gonna have a lot of laughs, we're gonna take pictures and have a good time. Then the actual wrestling event at 6:30, we are going to be going into the building. We are going to be having front row seating, so that's VIP seating for the few of this wrestling event. So GB, he better be ready for some of those wrestlers that are jumping into the first row and catch him and just put him back there. Okay, don't get too rough on them, GB. So it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's very entertaining. Now, the last time that the few got together for a wrestling event was last year in January. So it's been a while for us. So this is going to be very cool to be able to get together. All right, so guys, we've come here to the end of this topic. Actually, this topic too, this round table kind of had a lot going with it, huh? Not even planned, but we definitely got a lot of great resource here, a lot of good material, a lot of good speakers, a
That's
lot
the
of good
best type of
experience,
videos, man.
huh?
That's the best type of videos. Just going with the flow.
Oh, for sure. All right, guys. So here we are about to end this topic number 2 of this season 1, episode 11 of the CREW After Hours. And again, we are about to close this out with GB.
Who you gonna call?
That's right. And O.M.B, our special guest.
Play loud and play proud, baby.
And this is your man Bogy saying, for the CREW After Hours, nuff said.